and to the UK on Sky Sports. This is the official weigh-in for the main event tomorrow night. Two undefeated fighters for the vacant WBO middleweight championship of the world. Somebody's O has got to go. It's number 1 versus number 2 for the vacant title. And our sponsors, of course, ladies and gentlemen, Magic Hat Beer, Magic Hat Step Right Up, and JD Sports. Let's bring the fighters to the stage at this time for the official weigh-in. Coming up to the stage first, his professional record is a perfect one. 17 victories, 16 of those 17 by knockout. He comes to us from Windhoek, Namibia. Ladies and gentlemen, ranked number 2 in the world by the WBO for the middleweight title, he is Walter, the Executioner Kautondokwa.
Look, they go Billy Joe belt.
And please welcome to the stage for the weigh-in. 25 fights, 25 victories, 16 wins by knockout. Ranked number 1 in the world by the World Boxing Organization. From Providence, Rhode Island, the 2-time Super-Welterweight champion of the world, Demetrius Boo Andrade.
People have been saying Andrade look a little
Stepping onto the scales first, ranked number 2 in the world by the WBO. 17 fights,
and he
17 victories, 16 wins by knockout.
Look, confidence, going to weigh in with the hat on.
Walter Kautondokwa. 158.64, the number 2 ranked middleweight contender in the world.
This man.
Walter, the Executioner Kautondokwa.
I got a bad feeling.
Next up onto the scales, a perfect record like his opponent. 25 fights, 25 victories, 16 wins by knockout. Ranked number 1 in the world by the WBO. From Providence, Rhode Island, a 2-time world champion, he is Demetrius Boo Andrade. Right on the nose, 160 pounds for the 2-time champion. Going for his 3rd world title, Demetrius Boo Andrade.
I've got a chance to watch a lot of Walter Kautondokwa. Well, what was available to watch? You know, interviews. Very confident dude, and he does have power. Tomorrow, if we, you know, it's like this, right? Every fighter has that knockdown, knockout, you know, chance. Like he's over there chugging. He is hungry right now and thirsty. He's been chugging for a while. He made weight though. What if he would have had azoxofrene? Would he have made weight easier? You know? Would he have made weight easier? But he looks in phenomenal shape, though. Looks in phenomenal shape. We're going to see, man. We're going to see. It's going to be tomorrow on the zone.
Middleweight championship of the world.
You know, obviously it was supposed to be Billy Joe Saunders versus Demetrius Andrade, but we didn't get that because Billy Joe Saunders failed the drug test. And it's redundant talking about it at this point in time because he signed up for VADA and he failed a VADA test. So it's hard to, you know, you can't defend that. However, Eddie Hearn has said he's willing to make a deal again, a big deal for Andrade and Saunders if Andrade was to win. And depending on if Andrade wins and how he wins is going to play a big factor on if he'll get into the Canelo sweepstakes or not. He has to shine. And Dangu, it'll be difficult for him. But then again, it probably wouldn't because Canelo, you know, would want to maybe gather that other belt, you know, if, you know, Kautondokwa. So the fight is interesting because of the storyline behind it, depending on how each fighter wins. For example, it's going to be bad for both sides if it goes to a 12-round decision and people like, oh, boo, and oh, that shit was whack, and, you know, somebody's got to get knocked the fuck out tomorrow in order for one of these fighters to really, really greatly benefit. Demetrius Andrade has got to go for that knockout. He hasn't had a spectacular performance where people were like, oh, shit, since Willie Nelson. You know? Tomorrow's got to be it. Like with the zone and the money and then him being the fight on the zone after Canelo signed with the zone. He's the main event. He's got to motherfucking shine. You know? Obviously, Kautondokwa has to know, like, shit, this motherfucker's the big stage. You know, I wasn't supposed to be here. It's for Billy Joe Saunders. I'm here now. Nobody don't know who I am. We'll see, though. We've already talked about and exhausted every storyline there is about this fight. I'm not going to be talking about Billy Joe Saunders anymore. If you want to go see what I said about him in the drug test, then go back and watch my video build up to this. You know, I've been doing a lot of videos on Saunders and Andrade, and, you know, I personally, it's hard because, see, I like when fighters come out of nowhere, you know, in regards to people not really knowing who they are. So a part of me is rooting for Walter Kautondokwa. But in regards to Andrade, I know that a lot is riding on him, especially when it comes to Eddie Hearn and you know, the top off the week. So a win, unanimous decision, you know, where Andrade just, you know, wins, 8-4, you know, or something like that. That's not even enough. You know, this is a case where he's got to go out there and he's got to put a boot in Kautondokwa's ass. And obviously, Kautondokwa already knows he's got to go, you know, and make a statement here in the United States. Well, you're fighting on a platform where you hear earlier in the week a fighter just signed for $365 million. Let's look at the face-off one more time. I'm sorry, I know my video's all over the place right now, but I'm extremely exhausted. So tomorrow night after the fight, I'm going to be much more lively. Trust me. Touch that belt, bro.
Namibia. Walter the Executioner, Kautondokwa. From Providence, Rhode Island, the two-time champion going for the middleweight.
He weighed in at 158 and still wore his fitted. Still wore his hat. I don't think this is going. I don't know, man. I got a bad feeling about this, man.
Demetrius Boo Andrade.
Look at him. He's chiseled. Glowing and everything.
Undefeated, ranked number 2. Undefeated, ranked number 1. Somebody's has got to go for the middleweight championship. Up.
Why did he look? I didn't like that. I didn't like that. Am I looking too deeply? I ain't like that. Am I sensationalizing? I didn't like how he looked at him like, oh, shit. All right. I didn't like that. I didn't like that. Watch how before he turned away, he going to look like.
Undefeated, ranked number 2. Undefeated, ranked number 1. Somebody's has got to go for the middleweight championship of the world. Undefeated.
I don't know. We're going to see tomorrow. I'm TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live. Please subscribe.